Hi guys, in today's video I'll be ranking all Otsutsuki members from weakest to strongest. I will also be including 10-tailed Jinchurikis. I know they're not technically like Otsutsuki or whatever, but I just want to piss off like Madara fanboys and just tell them how weak he is compared to all these like Boruto time characters are like way stronger. So yeah, that's why I've done it. They have a 10 tails. Anyway, that's kind of the Alright, so last on the list is unstable on Juubito. So it's like when Obito like gets the 10 tails, like he's not stable, so he's pretty weak. Stable Juubito, like he's quite good. He has like all the 10 truth-seeking orbs. Quite OP. And Juubidara is stated above Juubito. So yeah, I have Indra here because Indra wasn't that strong. Like he rivaled Ashura, right? And then like they're both children of Hagoromo. So that means that they're 25% Otsutsuki. But my point is, like, Hagoromo, at least before he got the 10 tails, was like, well, I'm getting to that like in a bit, was basically like half of Kage's power. So Indra would be like a quarter or something. But I also thought Ashura, like, I know Ashura won, but still, Indra is like still somewhat comparable. And Ashura got all of Hagoromo's power, like, a bit of it, whatever. He got Hagoromo's powers, like we stated, to an extent. So yeah, and he also has the Susanoo, so like, that's quite good. But I honestly think, I'm being kind of conservative with Indra scale, because, like, there's no real scaling. Well, there is, but you know what I mean, like, there's no feats. Like, you could say that, Indra is as strong as, like, Sasuke and Shibai because he has Indra's Susanoo, but I don't really think that. But I think that Indra and Ashura were somewhat comparable to, like, Naruto and Sasuke when they got their 6-path powers. So, I'm putting them, like, above Juubidara, but not, like, further versions. And above Indra and Ashura because Ashura, like, beat him. And see, he has, like, some truth-seeking ones, so yeah. And then I have Hamura. And I have Hamura because we know that he's about half of, Kage's power, and so Hagoromo, well, not half, like, maybe like 40% or something. Because he is weaker than Hagoromo, it seems to me. And I have Hagoromo above him. Now, I have alive Hagoromo definitely above him. And also dead Hagoromo. I know some people like, oh, dead Hagoromo is like out of Earth or some crap. No, that's not true. Like, dead Hagoromo is like as strong as alive Hagoromo, like maybe a bit stronger. Like, he has more hacks, but like, he's not even that powerful. Like, he gave like his power to Naruto and Sasuke, right? So yeah, that's good. But like, he literally he couldn't even exist in, like, the normal world for too long, because he had to go back to the Pure Lands, because he says to Naruto, when Sasuke gets all the, Jubi, he's like, oh, you deal with that, I can't help, or whatever. And then you need, like, the, chakra for, like, the 5 Kage to just teleport Naruto and Sasuke. So he can't even teleport 2 people on his own, so, like, he's pretty weak. Then I have Juubidara with the God Tree. Now, I'm not quite sure. Because I definitely know that Hagoromo stated to him that, Juubidara was approaching his power. Like, not quite his power, like, at least, like, 60% I'd say would be approaching. But I'm not sure if he said that about normal Juubidara or with the God Tree, but the God Tree is, like, double. So I'd say that Juubidara with the God Tree would at least be, well, I'd say that he'd be above Hagoromo, but maybe not. But just because like, Naruto with, like, like, 6-power Sage Road, but, like, even without the QB, like, cloak, he was, like, bullying Juubidara. Then Juubidara, like, absorbed the, God Tree. It was, like, fighting, like, Sasuke and 6-power Sage Road Naruto with the cloaks. Like, he at least got 2 times stronger. Alright, then I have Juubidara with Kakashi's Eye, because now I can, like, use Kamui or whatever. So I don't know if he can. Because this is what I don't get. Like, I'm pretty sure Obito couldn't use Kamui or whatever when he was, like, a tenseigan tracky. But I guess Juubidara can. But, yeah, like, there's a lot more hacks, and he would have a slight amp, because we know that having a Mangekyo Sharingan gives you a slight amp, like, technically it'd be a bit strong. And we have Dual Rinnegan Juubidara, looks like he has Dual Rinnegan, so it's, like, standard to be good amp. And we have 3 Eyes Juubidara. Now, I do say that 3 Eyes Juubidara is stronger than Dual Rinnegan, but we don't know what extent, so I don't know. Right, but I have Kaguya, or whatever. And she's stated, well, don't know me. She's stated above, 3 Eyes Juubidara, so I don't care, you know. 3 Eyes Juubidara, and I'm like, shut up. Now, I was gonna have, like, another thing, but I couldn't, like, I just wanted to make this video, so I can't be bothered. But, Kaguya does get, like, a massive amp, like, actual 14th would be Kaguya squared, because she gets, like, after she goes in a weird rabbit form and takes back control, she's, like, exponentially more powerful. But then I have Toneri, like, why is Toneri above Kaguya and Kaguya, like, squared? Well, just because it's stated that he's the strongest enemy they've faced so far. So I'd put him above Kaguya squared. Now I have Hamura with the tenseigan. Now why I have him above Toneri and above Kaguya is because Toneri is like some kind of like bloody Wish.com version of Hamura. Like, I haven't seen Hamura with tenseigan, but we know that he's strong. Like, Toneri is someone on Wish.com variant. I know that, like, Hamura before was, like, roughly, like, half of Kaguya. Like, Toneri was, like, weak, like, literally nothing before he got a tenseigan. So, like, that amp is, like, massive here. Above that, we have Hagoromo using Creation of All Things. Now, this is, like, prime Hagoromo, right? He's, like, probably the best amp. Well, I'm not putting prime Hagoromo, like, Universal or he can still anything. I know he has Creation of All Things, but I don't really think you can use Creation of All Things offensively and suddenly stronger than you. Like, I think I just resist your hacks. Anyway, you're probably like, why is he so high? Simply because he was already, like, about half of, Kaguya's power. And then he, like, mastered the Rinnegan, and then he got the 10 Tails. So 10 Tails, like, powers, like, a high percentage of Kaguya's power. So, like, he basically got Kaguya's power on top of already having half of her power. And then mastered all the Rinnegan powers and has, like, some pretty good hacks. And that's why I put him that high. That there's a lot of things a lot stronger. So let's say Prime Hagoromo is Universal. If anyone says that in the comments, I'm gonna, like, not be happy. Well, above that I have Kinshiki. Now, I'm pretty sure it's saying that Momoshiki and Kinshiki are, like, the strongest enemies. Face, maybe not, but, like, Kaguya was, like, really scared of Kinshiki. So, I'd say that Kinshiki would be stronger, if I'm being completely honest. But, my friend Banana Republic, he said Hagoromo with creational things would be above Kinshiki, but I'm just gonna put Kinshiki out, okay. Alright, now I have base Momoshiki because I could state that he's above Kinshiki. And I have Urashiki because I'm pretty sure it's stated that he's, like, the strongest, Otsutsuki. And that put him, like, above, like, Jigen or, like, I literally don't know how the hell to pronounce. I mean, Jigen's, like, actual form. Like, What is it? Ikishiki? Urashiki? Something wrong. I don't know. But yeah, no, the one that fought Brainmo, no, like, he's still below that. Alright, but now I have Urashiki. Now you can state that maybe you could put him above Urashiki. Now, some people are going to be like, why is Urashiki so high? He lost again in Naruto. You're so dumb. Like, shut the hell up. I mean, it wasn't just Genin Naruto, it was also Boruto. Even if you hate Boruto's character, but base Boruto is quite strong. And that's his base. And then also, yeah. What was I gonna say? Yeah, and he got, loads of, nerfs. He, got the nerf from traveling time. He, lost most of his chakra, literally, probably, something probably 99% or more of his chakra he lost. And then he got, poisoned or whatever. Got, nerfed further, so that's why he lost. He's Momoshiki, yeah. Now I have Code of Limiters. Now, I don't really know where to put Code of Limiters, but I'll explain why he's above these Momoshiki. Don't believe me. Simply because Fuse Momoshiki, right? Literally was getting boxed by base Naruto with literally half of his chakra gone. Where is it? Momoshiki spent, hours absorbing Naruto's chakra. He took half of it, and then he fused with, Hinshiki. To make Fuse Momoshiki, right? And then bloody base Naruto being serious with only half chakra. In base, was at least somewhat comparable to Fuse Momoshiki. Whereas Code of Limiters is somewhat comparable to Delta, and Delta Naruto, I know he's holding back, but he's still using the Phase 6 path mode. So, that's why I put him that high. I don't really know where to place him. He's kind of weird. If you don't agree with that scaling, put him lower. If you don't agree with that scaling, he probably is, probably just a bit above Kaguya. But that's if you agree with my scaling. Now Urashiki. Why is Urashiki above these Momoshiki? And there's a few reasons. Because next on the list is Kawaki, okay? Now Kawaki has a huge percentage of Ikishiki's power. So I know for a fact that he's above Momoshiki. And especially Fuse Momoshiki, because Fuse Momoshiki was getting beaten around. But base Naruto with half chakra. It was full chakra of Sage 6 Paths Naruto. And probably only half chakra Sasuke or whatever. But getting beaten up by Jigen. Completely obliterated. And I don't think that Kawaki's above Jigen, but you could say that he is because of the wheel eyes, more mature or whatever. The Dharma eye or whatever you want to call it. My point is, he's at, at least something 80%. I know that he's, before he became pure Otsutsuki, he was, 82% of Momoshiki's power. So this head has 82% of, Ikishiki's power. And we know that if you can one-shot a character, you are 7.5 times stronger than him. And Jigen, who's somewhat comparable to Kawaki. Jigen's still above, but, whatever. Probably, at least one-shot base Naruto. He's, bullying Sage 6 Path. So he could, one-shot base Naruto. Base Naruto with half chakra. Was somewhat comparable to Fuse Momoshiki. Meanwhile, Urashiki was literally fighting on par with Kawaki. And he probably, if I'm being honest, he probably would have won if, Boruto didn't, wake up, yeah? So, that's how scaling. I'm pretty sure it's also stated that being reincarnated in a new body gives you, an amp, but I don't care. Like, just with my scaling, if you don't agree with it, well, tough luck. I put Urashiki above Fuse Momoshiki. It might not make sense, but that's just how I put it. Then I have Jigen. Now, if I'm being completely honest, I think that Kawaki and Urashiki would probably be above Jigen just because of the, like, his eye only has, like, 2 triangles or something. His one had, like, 5. But maybe you can't, like, base power on that. I don't know. And Jigen was like an imperfect vessel. This one's a perfect vessel. But, yeah, I'll put Jigen above just because he deserves better feats. And, yeah. But, like, yeah, I'm putting Jigen there. Now Code Without Limiters. Because Code Without Limiters is stated to be stronger than Jigen. Oh, yeah, side note, this isn't who would win in a fight. This is just who's has more raw power, you know? So, like, I might do a video on this, but, like, Jigen versus Code Without Limiters. Jigen would probably win. Like, Code Without Limiters is stronger, but he doesn't have any of, like, with Black Rods, any of those, like, shrinking powers, as he does. So, like, hacks-wise, he's probably better, so he would probably win. But anyway, now I have Ikishiki, I don't know how well you say his name. He was, like, completely bullying Sasuke and Naruto. Like, Naruto had to, like, kill Kurama, like, nuclear fusion amp, like, times, like, 1 billion or something, and get Barian mode, and, like, Barian mode was stronger, but, like, it didn't last long, and, like, Ikishiki only died because it drains his life force. Like, he's, like, tanking hits in Barian mode now, and it's like, that's quite good, right? And you're probably like, well, why is he only second? Because of his child. Shibai and other Otsutsuki gods. I don't know if Shibai and that thing are the same. It might not be. But, Canary, at least in the anime, says the gods are descending or whatever. So it's, like, plural. So, like, Shibai, I don't think is the only Otsutsuki god. Like, there's probably more. So, yeah, but they're at least 4D. Like, perhaps higher. So, that's why they could, like, one-shot every character. That's, like, Boruto, whatever the hell he is. Yeah, Urashiki or, like, Boruto. Maybe I should include just, like, base, like, Boruto. Like, base, like, Boruto, like, with, well, maybe, like, True Essence or whatever. Like, I don't think it's, like, 100% or whatever. I'll just be below Urashiki, because Urashiki. Well, maybe not, because... Yeah, no, it wouldn't. Okay, well then, True Essence kind of like 100%, so he would technically be above that, and above Kawaki, and above Jigen, and like, probably right below Without Limits. So I didn't really think of doing that, and if it is Urashiki, but like 100%, Otsutsuki, then he'd just be like, probably above Code, like, still below him. Anyway, if you don't like my ranking, or put yours. If you're some kind of retard, Hagoromo is universal, then go complain somewhere else, I couldn't care less. And see you next one. Goodbye for now, like and subscribe. Goodbye.